and I'm saying it like this because of what the brother was talking about. You got niggas out there calling themselves Hebrew Israelites, dancing around like it's all cool. And I would say it's making us look bad, but it's not really making us look bad. It's just ugly as hell to see. Because we actually going through stuff in our life. While these niggas are playing, dancing, DJing at the Passover, all kind of stuff. Go ahead. You were saying something?
No, I was agreeing with you, bro. Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
And if you show in this Bible, it's a red letter Bible. You know what that means? Yeah, his son, which is, his name is Yahushua. He's talking. This is coming out of his mouth. So they tell you in church, I don't know if you went to church or not, but they tell you in church that you can eat pork, you can do this. Why? Because the Old Testament, half of the book is done away with. So you can just take it and tear it up. Don't worry about that old stuff. Worry about the new stuff. Well, he's reading from the book of Matthew, and this is in the New Testament. This is the new agreement, and what it's saying is all that stuff still matters. Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to fulfill, to make it all whole, to bring the old and the new together. That's what he was doing. So if you think it's okay to eat pork, well, and you calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite or whatever you're doing, then you off. Let it go. Go get into the Kemetic religion or whatever. This is for the serious-minded man who knows he's of this nation on his side. If it's just a cool game and it's fun, and I found some new little thing, well then I would say just keep it moving. It's not for you.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no way wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
That's easily understandable. I don't know how you can confuse it. But for me, I read it, I was through. One time, like, oh, well, that's that. That's that. Just the same as when you look up in the sky in the daytime, it's blue. That made very much sense to me. And it's coming from Yahushua's mouth. All I got to do is listen to him. That's right. But out here in the world, they tell you a whole different story. You can have faith, but you don't have to have your works don't matter. You could do whatever you want to do.
You saved by grace.
Yeah. Exactly. But if them same people in them churches, if I went in there and killed them, then they would say, well, you can't do that. I would say, why? What do you mean? I thought y'all ripped this other half away. Where do you find the 10 Commandments? In the Old Testament. Where do you find love your neighbor? Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not sleep with another man's wife. Where do you find all that in the Old Testament? Tithing. You know they big on tithing. They so big that the church got an airplane. Where do you get tithing from? The Old Testament. The water for bringing that out.
God.
What we're doing is for the serious-minded man in this truth. Not for somebody who wants to play and, like you say in the military, lollygag and do what you want to do. This is for the serious-minded man.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
We're teaching you to do it. Somebody's teaching you to not do it. So they are going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But those that are teaching, he's going to read that.
Whoso therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So the signs are there. We're teaching that you're supposed to keep these laws the best that you can. And from what you see, that we would be the ones that were going to be called the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal by no means. I'm just trying to point out to you the truth of the matter. It's some bullshit going on in the earth. Even people that are saying they're Hebrew Israelites. We are about the truth. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, starting with the apostles of great millstone on down, we're about the serious things that's going on. Not playing, not BSing around. We're trying to get this work done. We got shovels and hammers in our hand. We're trying to get the house built. We're trying to get the house built now. It's nothing else that's important going on besides building the Lord's house.
That's right, I should go home.
Right?
I'm trying to go home.
Because right now, you're an orphan. You're a bastard in the earth. We trying to get this house built to get back to the Most High, to get back to our true power.
This is James 2:19. Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble.
That's right.
But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without work is dead?
That's right. Niggas on the comment board, like the scriptures say, Satan knows the scriptures. So just because you know a bunch of scriptures, that's cool, but that don't mean nothing.
That's right.
This thing is about applying your life to this word. Applying your life to this word, not being just a hearer alone, but being a hearer and a doer. Getting out here and doing this thing. And I'm not talking about just standing on this corner, because in our lives, this is the fun part. This is the cool part. But when we leave, like this is Superman. Right now, we throwing people up against the wall and, you know, flipping over cars and all that. When we leave here, it's Clark Kent. We can't flip over cars. We can't say nothing. We can't wear our garments. We gotta be in secret. You gotta explain why you got a beard. You gotta explain why you don't eat pork. You gotta half-ass weasel through life.
You got compromise.
But we don't want to compromise. We want to be fully just developed into the scriptures all the time. But we gotta make our way through the world, because that's just how it is. You have to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove.
That's right.
That's right.
This is Sirach 13:13. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in perils of thy overthrow. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep.
When you hear the perils and all the things that's going, the scriptures telling you to awake out of sleep. When you hear about the wars and the rumors of wars, if you read the Bible, it tells you that that's the time that the Lord is going to visit the earth. When he's going to give you signs, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, plagues, pestilence, and all kind of stuff. All that is right in front of you. Revelation 13:14 talks about a chip. You know what that is? A chip. It's a sign, but when I say the chip, it's a mark, but you know, like the visual of it, how it looks and that kind of stuff. Right here, get Revelation 13. This is on the earth. See, there was a time when it was like, the chip is coming, it's coming, but where do you think we got this image from? That is here. There are people walking around that have this in their hand. The brother's going to get the scripture. They have this. The prophecy is here. It ain't no joke no more.
Brother interviewed somebody that had it in his hand. Here, down here in Texas.
That's right. People try to say it's a philosophy and this, that, and the other. That's completely. If you say that, then you just don't understand the scriptures. Put the Bible down. Go and enjoy your life. Go and enjoy your life. You got it?
No.
13 or 17.
16. Oh, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got 16.
I was about to start at 9. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13:15. And he that had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. 16, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
And that word mark in the Greek is charagma. Excuse me, and that means incision. So this is all this stuff I'm talking about is here. How are you going to get this chip? It's going to be put into your right hand or into your forehead. It's going to be placed right there. Now, if you go home and do a little research about the Vera chip and things like that, your computer is going to explode with information about this chip. And there's even videos on YouTube where you see people in Africa getting the chip put in their hand.
It's called a Vera chip.
Vera chip. or the chip of revelation.
RFID company.
RFID chip, yeah.
This is verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
So you can't buy or sell unless you have this in your hand. Right now you see you have a debit card, right? You have one on you, a debit card. If you pull it out and turn it around, you'll see a black barcode. What this is that barcode rolled up into this little transponder chip. So you're gonna have the chip in your hand in the same way that now you can just take your card and you know those easy pass, you don't even have to touch it no more. You just kind of wave it in front of them. All it's doing is taking that information and putting it in your hand. So you'll just be able to pay for your food, pay for whatever with that chip in your hand. That's what the scripture's talking about.
That's right.
Why are we bringing this out? To show you that this is true. What we're saying is true. You do what you want to do in life. But what we're saying is true. This is the truth. And I'm adamant about that because it's a lot of niggas saying that they down, but they not down. We in that time of weeding the bullshit out. We'd rather have 15, 20 people than 1,000 people, and a majority of the people ain't about shit. Just standing around looking at you. Don't ever go home and read. You always the one rebuking somebody. You always the one talking about something, right? You say something, go ahead.
You always want to bring it out precept.
Yeah, that's it on that. Did you have something? No, I go back. Zechariah 13 and 8 again. Did you finish Sirach 13? Yeah. Read that one more time. Sirach 13 and 13.
Y'all good?
Because it's very important to understand the time that you're in. It's not the time of I'm in a year, in my 5-year plan, I'm gonna have this house and all that. In my 10-year plan, I'm gonna have my bachelor's degree. It's not that time. As you see, gas prices are shooting back up. Everybody getting scared again. People driving crazier again. When gas was 128, 132, freeway was cool. Everybody cool. Everybody smiling. No, go ahead, get in front of it. Now it's back up to 2 something. People ain't acting crazy, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you see more and more people on that side of that road too, man. Ran out of gas, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is Sirach 13 and 13. Observe and take good heed, but thou walkest in perils of thy overthrow. When thou hearest these things, awake if thou sleep.
Get your ass up. When you hear the things that we're talking about, come out of that stupid state. Get serious. Don't be sitting there thinking that, man, I can't wait till the 2017 is coming out. The new, I don't know, Camaro. I want to get that. Get all that BS out of your mind. Focus on the truth. Focus on the truth of the matter. Because you got niggas still struggling with Christmas. Struggling with Santa Claus. Yeah. Do you know this nigga still putting cookies out? Or a fat white man that comes down into it? You know that, right? You know it's still grown-ass people that a tooth falls out, they'll put it under their pillow. You know that, right? That's all a lie. If you do that with your child, you can. If you do those types of things with your child, then you can't be mad when your child is lying to you, because you lying to them.
Okay.
You telling them you put your pillow under there, and when you wake up, it'll be $4 under there. Yeah, man. Depending on the tooth, you might get 10. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
But you know good damn well, your black ass got up around midnight, stuck with $2 under there for the tooth. It's don't tell a lie. Tell the truth or don't talk.
Yeah, man. You telling your kids to basically trust in the so-called white man, man. Christmas time, you gonna do all this overtime, bust your tail, work a second job, just to lie to your child and tell him that a white man came in in your house, unsecured, while you was asleep, and gave your child presents, man. That's just telling them to trust in somebody else but you, man. You know?
That's right.
You wonder why these kids don't have any order? Well, shoot, you didn't instill order in them, man.
That's right. You lie, they lie, everybody lying. Somebody needs to start telling the truth. Tell them the truth about Easter. Bunny rabbits don't lay no eggs. That's dumb as hell. So why would you let your little child run around picking up eggs with a little bitty Kit Kat in it? That's all a lie.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Jesus dying and rising.
Exactly.
Are we putting two and two together here? When are we going from talking about the Bible to running around trying to get eggs, boiled
With
eggs?
a Kit Kat, your son falling on his face with a white pastel suit on, with some baby gators on.
Yeah,
you following behind him.
That's like, man, tripping.
Baby
Act like you
gators.
in a color purple and smash the eggs on your head and shit.
What does that have to do with the death or resurrection of Jesus Christ? Nothing. What does Christmas have to do with Jesus Christ? I'm asking. So right there, that should tell you what's going on in the world. Confusion, which is why this place is called Babylon. Confusion with fusion, with the fusion of all kind of philosophies, all kinds of BS, all kinds of madness. That's what this place is. It's fused with a Chinese doctrine, with the Hamitic doctrine, all kind of madness. Fused with everything but the truth. Go ahead, Butcher. Did you have a piece?
This is Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to return to Yahweh, and put not off from day to day.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Most High. When you realize in your mind that, hey, this world is some BS. These things that are going on, this ain't right. When you start figuring that out, you better start running to the Most High. You better start getting into His book, getting into His truth, and figure out what you need to be doing. Because I'll tell you this, when you see the missiles coming and the world blowing up, you want the Lord to save you then, right? You don't want Him to take His time. So if you want that great feat of wonder from Him, well then you need to do the same. When it hits you, you need to get into it. Or, hey, when the destruction comes, the Lord might be like, well, I'll get you when I get you. Because that's a lot of people's attitude when it comes to the truth and getting into this thing. I'll get to it when I get to it. Go ahead.
For certainly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. And perish.
When you get your brand new house, you got your mortgage straight, it was $1,500, now you got it to $800, you're gonna be able to save money. That's when the Lord is gonna come. That's when the Lord is gonna come. When you just got that BMW you always wanted, that's when the Lord comes. And all that stuff that you thought meant something, He's gonna show you how meaningless this stuff is. How meaningless it is to be so wrapped up into this so-called white man's system. To be thinking that a bachelor's degree and master's degree, that now I'm on top of the world. Those people with those degrees, they know nothing. They're the ones that are still putting milk and cookies out. They're the ones that still believe that those people over there in Israel right now, the Jewish people, they're thinking that they're the Israelites. So they paid all that money to be lied to. But we were blessed with the truth. Straight from the mouth of Yahweh Shai. We got it for free. We didn't have to sit in a class for $45,000 a semester. We didn't have to do that. All we had to do is show diligence and effort to Yahweh Shai, and He blessed us. And He's continuing to bless us. Because it's more people that's coming into this thing. Like this brother right here, he's diligently coming out here every Tuesday. Every Tuesday he's out here. He ain't playing no games. He comes, listens, and he's out of here. But then you got these people walking by, they scoffing, they half-ass listening, driving by honking their horn. Yeah, come y'all try. Something like that. It's right here. Yeah. This is about being diligent. This is about that elect, that cream of the crop, that tip of the spear. That's what it's about.
For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
You got that brand, that raise. You got the, I got it. You come on, tell your old lady, I got it. I got it. I'm a manager now. You got to, instead of the regular shirt, you got the bow tie on. I got it. That's when the Lord is going to come.